St. Francis loved God so much that he was willing to surrender his will, his life, his desires. He was willing to surrender everything for that love. That love was radical. It wanted to pull him into imitating Christ, following Christ. You imitate who you love. You follow who you love. You want to be with whom you love, and he loved Jesus. He loved him in the Blessed Sacrament. He loved him in the Catholic Church. He loved him in the poor. He loved him in the sick. He loved Jesus everywhere, and his life was full of joy because of that, and people noticed it. They noticed something different about St. Francis. After I discovered who St. Francis of Assisi was, I wanted to love like he loved. I wanted to love God like he loved God. I wanted a portion of that spirit. My favorite passage in the Gospel is Matthew 25, where Jesus is very clear that he is present in those who are hungry, in those who are sick, in those who are imprisoned. He is living within them, and whatever we do to them, we do to him. So we have a promise, and we have a reality that's happening. He's very clear on that. And the daughters of St. Francis of Assisi follow that lead. And we minister to those who are hungry. And we take care of those who are suffering. But we want to join them. We want to be with them as Mary joined Jesus under the cross. She couldn't take away his cross. She couldn't remove the nails. But she stayed there with him. And she was with him in solidarity. And she was praying. And she was with him. And he knew that. And that is a source of a great strength for someone who is suffering. They're not alone. And this is what our presence means to these people. Many things will happen in our life. None of us are promised health forever. None of us can work forever. The one thing that you can count on as a religious, as a sister, as a bride of Christ, is that relationship with Christ. That vowed life is forever. It's here on earth, but it goes into eternity. It's forever. You can count on that. So no matter what happens in your life, your vocation, your commitment and love and spousal love for Christ is forever. It's forever. Let me tell you what it's like to be in a community of sisters. It's a mystery at first because you realize there's a spiritual bond with each one of them. We all have a vocation to this congregation, and we all come from different parts of the world and different parts of the country. Yet we all have that bond, that common bond, and that's what links us together. So no matter what talents we have, no matter what strengths or weaknesses or joys or sorrows we have, we always have this bond, and that follows us into eternity. We will still have this family bond, even in eternity. And the joys are the appreciation of how God puts us together. He complements our strengths. He gives us people that help us. And in the ways that we need to grow, he provides people in our life that will help that process too.
That before, when I came to the convent, I never worked with the patients. I was a lab technician. And when I came to the United States and they sent me to work with people, I thought that I would not be able. But I find kind of joy because those people are very thankful for everything.
And also my experience with dying persons, to hold their hands and to see them like I am the last person in their lives. They look, and the next person, next face, they really will see will be God or Jesus. It is like, for me, it is like bridge to eternity.
When I first met daughter of St. Francis, they explained, when I care for these people, I don't see their hard work, their wounds. I see in their eyes Jesus' eyes.
I see that I can touch each individual, no matter what their life has been up to the time they came to our nursing home. Their last few days will be as peaceful and happy as I can make it for them. That God will use me, and we'll all rejoice in heaven when we get there.
Many people ask where I'm from, and I tell them I'm from California, from the Los Angeles area, near the airport, near the beach. And it's, how could you leave California for Illinois? Well, that wasn't the big motive for me. My vocation was superseded where I was. I was following my vocation. If I landed in Illinois or Africa, that didn't matter. God was leading me here. It was more important for me to follow my vocation than to discern the location. But now that I'm here in Illinois, and I compare it with Los Angeles, I could never return to California because of the beauty of this Midwestern state, the beauty of this small rural area. I never experienced that before in my life. The season change, the farms, the small towns, the beauty of a safe community. The hustle and bustle is not in this area. There's a peacefulness here that I never experienced in Los Angeles. If I was a young girl and I was thinking about a vocation, but I was still uncertain where to go, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to get there, I had so many questions still. I would seriously consider taking the next step in writing the order that you feel most drawn to, getting the information that you need, joining them for a trial. There's a formation period that you take. It's not that you have to have all the answers. You don't have to have that decision within the first 2 or 3 years. But you will be formed and you will be helped and you will be aided. But you do need to take that next step. And I think that's where the fear is. The person is hesitating to take that step because they don't have all the answers. You are not going to have all the answers until you take that next step. And then the answers will come. God will not deny you those answers. He wants you. He's calling you. He's waiting for your response.
I am very happy to say I have great admiration for the zeal of the daughters of St. Francis of Assisi. Not only do they serve Christ so well in what they do for the elderly, it is their common life together that is an inspiration to all of us. They live common life, common work, common prayer, common table. They are true daughters of St. Francis. They live the Franciscan spirituality. They are a gift to our diocese. I pray every day for their good work. I pray every day for an increase in vocations to this wonderful community.
If you are thinking of a religious vocation, continue to pray, continue to discern. But please contact us and take that next step so God can build on your response.